All right, freeway construction, it's a lot like aerobics. It feels really good when it's over. To talk about where and when is the spokesperson for ADOT, Doug Nitzel. Thanks for doing this.
You bet, Mike.
Let's start with this project. We're on the 101 looking south on the 101 at about Princess Drive. This construction's been going on for quite a while. When's the anticipated result when this is done, and when's completion?
Well, as you said, it'll be nice when it's done. We appreciate you coming out to see the project. This has been going on since January of 24. Now we're starting to see that light at the end of the tunnel. Shea Boulevard up to Princess Drive, so it's 4.5 miles where we've been adding the extra lane in each direction. We've been doing the closures along the ramps because we're reconstructing the ramps to make them fit into the wider freeway. So it's been going along very well. We're looking at completion early in 26.
When you look at the challenges, first thing that comes to mind is the open, or you've got Barrett-Jackson, which is in proximity. Does that factor into how you do things, or do they just have to deal with it because you're in the middle of construction?
It definitely factors into things, and we've had construction up in this area, whether it was already widening Loop 101 on over to Princess Drive from I-17. Now we're doing this project. We work very closely with the city of Scottsdale so that when the Phoenix Open was taking place, or the events were taking place at Westworld, we're able to make sure we adjust our construction schedules, our closures that are taking place, so that we can keep the traffic moving.
We've looked at the massive growth and expansion. We've had the freeway installation since I've been here of both 202s, the 101, the 303, but that is new freeway. How do you prioritize the expansion of our existing freeways?
Yeah, this is all working very closely with the Regional Transportation Agency for the Phoenix area. That is the Maricopa Association of Governments. They really set the plan in motion. They decide what is going to be next on the schedule. And so it really, of course, you would understand, it comes down to when the funding is available. And so that's what happens. You start to lay out when the funding is anticipated to be here, what projects can we do? And so the example was, hey, the I-10 Broadway curb project, that funding was available. It took a while to get there, but it was available and we could push ahead with that project.
That was an amazing project. Is it complete? How close to completion are you on that?
We're within a couple of months of having everything done, but the majority of all the big things, that's completed already. So the interchange linking I-10 with State Route 143, those new overhead ramps making all the difference in the world for
it's
travel.
Fabulous.
Yeah, for travel in that area, but the extra lanes along I-10, whether it is the primary lanes to the left, or now we have even the sections of the local lanes in for traffic to use, so that if you're westbound and you want to go to Sky Harbor Airport, you want to use State Route 143, you'll go to those left lanes, but it really cuts down on the merging of traffic and really creates safer conditions.
Let's address the expansion of the 17, because there's some confusion with people. I mean, we're Anthem Way up to Sunset Point, but flex lanes. Can you explain how those are going to work and how they'll be safe?
I'm glad you asked, because we're adding the third lanes in each direction between Anthem Way and Black Canyon City. Those are going to be done pretty soon. And we're going to have people using those lanes. The flex lane system, it's its own 2-lane facility. It's going to be just really primarily next to the southbound side of I-17, but those 2 lanes are going to be available for use in either direction depending on the greatest demand. And that would be on a Friday afternoon, northbound traffic is going to be able to use those 2 extra lanes, creating 4 lanes of capacity. The same will be true on a Sunday afternoon or a Monday holiday. The southbound side will get those flex lanes, and that's again going to add the capacity, be able to move more traffic through that area.
And the safety precautions are in place, so it's going to be safe to travel. That's been the one thing people are concerned about.
I understand completely, and that is that we've taken all sorts of precautions. There are going to be gate systems in place. There are going to be checks that take place, but also some other safety systems to even stop a wrong-way vehicle. So we're looking forward to actually showing folks how that's going to work, and we're looking for the flex lanes to open toward the end of the year.
Well, these projects are incredible going around the valley. I know there's a lot more coming in the future with our immense growth, and we appreciate the update. We look forward to this being done, and I don't think people really get to see behind the scenes, so thanks for your time.
Mike, anytime. We do appreciate it too. Thanks.
Hope you enjoyed the update, and I can't wait till it's all done.